So magandang araw sa ating lahat. Kanina'y nakatanggap ako ng email sa aking Gmail. Ayan. So puntahan natin. Nakatanggap ako ng email galing sa YouTube team. Ayan. So puntahan natin ito. So sinasabi dito na magkakaroon ng tax para sa mga YouTube creators sa labas ng Amerika. Possibly or possible na sa first week ng June 2021. So, sinasabi nila kung hindi daw tayo kakandak or magsasubmit ng tax information sa Adsense natin, yung ating tax ay magiging as much as 24% ng ating total earnings worldwide. So, ibig sabihin, magkakaroon sila ng $24 sa $100 na kinita mo. Which is yun yung minimum na threshold para ma-withdraw mo ang ating pera. Ayan. So, ano bang kailangan nating gawin? So, sinasabi nila na kailangan daw nating puntahan yung ating AdSense at mag-apply or mag-submit tayo ng tax information. So, paano kung hindi natin ginawa? Yun nga sinasabi na 24% ng total earnings worldwide ang makukuha nila. So, kapag nag-apply naman tayo, anong mangyayari? Sinasabi na yung taxes na ma-apply sa atin ayun lamang para sa mga earnings na viewers galing sa Amerika. So, kung gaano kalaki yung viewers mo or view revenues mo sa Amerika, yun ang magkakaroon ng tax. Punta tayo sa ating AdSense account. Ayan. Yan. So, manage tax info. Add tayo ng tax info. Ayan. So, verify muna natin yung ating email. Ayan. Next. So, ayan. Tinatanong tayo, United States Tax Info. To find the right tax form, please answer a few questions first. Ano ba yung what type of account yung ating channel? So, click natin to. An individual account is owned and operated by human and not a legal organization. Taxes are filed in the owner's name on a personal tax return. So, yung isa naman, a non-individual or entity accounts is a business accounts that separate from its owner for tax purposes. So, tayo ay individual, punta tayo sa individual. Kasi wala naman tayong company. Or hindi naman tayo group. So, next. So, are you a citizen or resident of the United States? Dahil nandito tayo sa Pilipinas, ang sagot natin is no. Select W8 tax form type. Based on your previously selected answers, a W8 form is needed. So, ano ba yung W8 form? W8 Ben. This form is most commonly used by non-US individuals and would also be used to claim tax treaty benefits. W8 ECI. This form is most commonly used by a non-US business entity or individual that earns income related to its US trade or business and files a US income tax return. So, doon tayo sa W8BE din, BEN. So, ulitin natin, W8BEN. This form is most commonly used by non-US individuals, which is tayo, mga Pilipino, and would also be used to claim tax treaty benefits. So, may treaty benefits pang maklaklaim tayo dyan. So, starts with W8BEN form. Ayan. Ayan. So, ayan na nga. Ito na yung form niya. W8BEN tax form. Be sure that this information is exactly the same as your tax documents and that the form is signed by authorized representative of this legal entity. So, name of individual, yan yung pangalan ko. Sinasabi dito sa baba is optional lang siya. So, hindi na natin kailangang lagyan. Ayan. So, country of citizenship. So, we are from the Philippines. So, we're going to choose Philippines. Taxpayer's identification number. So, this is the TIN number. TIN ID number. A taxpayer's identification TIN is a tax processing number required by the IRS for some tax forms. For foreign TIN, don't include any other foreign personal identification, such as Korean residence registration number, if you are from Korea. If you are claiming treaty, you are required to provide foreign TIN. So, ang gagawin ko, ilalagay ko yung foreign TIN number ko. So, ilalagay ko yung TIN ko sa Pilipinas. Ayan. Next. Yung address natin is yan. So, tax treaty, tinatanong tayo, are you claiming a reduced rate of withholding under a tax treaty? So, ipaliwanag natin to. Yan, click natin. The US has income tax treaties with many foreign countries. Under these treaties, certain residents may be eligible to pay a lower US tax rate or not pay US tax at all, or some types of income from source within the US. So, kung no, a US tax law may impose a 30% withholding tax on payments that are considered US source income. This tax may be reduced or eliminated for any payee that qualifies under the relevant tax treaty. If yes, residents of the country claiming treaty with the US. Under tax treaty, several types of income may be exempted from tax or may have reduced tax rate. Different types of income will have different requirements and limitations for eligibility. So, sa yes, kapag sinabi natin yes, residents of the country claiming treaty with the US. So, alam ko meron tayong treaty. Yan. So, lagay natin dito, Philippines. Yan. So, next, special rates and conditions. You may be exempt or have taxes withheld at a reduced rate on certain income types earned within the U.S. These reduced rates and exemptions vary among countries and specific income types. Select all types that's applicable for you. You can claim any future income type that you may plan to earn from Google products. So, click natin service, yung Adsense. Articles and paragraph. Select at least one income type. Motion pictures and nagamit naman tayo ng Adsense. Wala lang ibang option dito. Nakalagay lang dito is Article 8 and Paragraph 1. Reason: Danilo S. Bulano Jr. meets the terms of the treaty article as a tax resident of the country identified in the tax identification section. The individual identifies in the tax identity section, meets requirements, meets required terms of the treaty, doesn't have a permanent establishment in the U.S. and thus doesn't perform independent personal service in the U.S. from fixed base in the U.S. or the right of property in the respect of which royalties are paid, isn't effectively connected with the permanent establishment or fixed base. So, ito. Okay yan. Motion picture and TV, YouTube and Google Play. So, ginagamit natin to, di ba? So, parehas lang siya. Nakalagay naman dito, Article 13 and Paragraph 2A. So, sa YouTube, merong 15% reduce rate. So, default niya is 30. Other copyright, yun sa YouTube. Other copyright. So, next. So, ito na yung ating W8BN tax form. Ayan, yan yung ating address. So, balik tayo dito. I confirm that I have reviewed the generated tax documents of the best of my knowledge and belief they are true, correct, and complete. So, next. Your signature. So, lagay natin. Ayan. So, nailagay na natin yung full legal name natin. You are the person listed in the signature section. So, tinatanong tayo, are you the person listed in the signature section? Yes. So, I am the person listed in the signature section and I am completing this form for my own belief. Yan. So, next. So, number 6. Activities and services performed in the US and affidavit. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Services and activities performed in the U.S. by non-U.S. payees may be subject to U.S. withholding tax, and Google may be required to withhold U.S. tax from your payment if you select no. So anong ibig sabihin yan? So, services and activities performed in the U.S. by non-U.S. payees may be subject to U.S. withholding tax, and Google may be required to withhold U.S. tax from your payments. If you select no, you certify that Google doesn't pay you or your organization for services or activities performed in the U.S. If you select yes, you may able to reduce the rate or eliminate U.S. withholding tax if you complete a U.S. tax form with a valid income tax treaty claim. Yan. So, very tricky siya, no? So, kapag nag-select ka ng no, ayan, sinasabi niya, if you select no, you certify that Google doesn't pay you or your organization for services or activities performed in the U.S. So, halimbawa, ayan, so, meron kang mga subscribers or viewers na nanood sa iyong channel sa Amerika. So, dahil nga sinasabing yung services or activities performed in the US, so nangyari sa Amerika, doon nila pinanood yung iyong channel, doon nila napanood, may lumabas na ads doon. So, mangyayari, hindi ka babayaran ni Google. So, sinasabi rito, if you select yes, you may be able to reduce the rate of or eliminate the U.S. withholding tax if you complete a U.S. tax form. So, ayun. Kapag nakompleto natin to, pwedeng mabawasan or ma-eliminate yung ating US withholding tax. Ayan. So, close natin. So, syempre, ulitin natin para sigurado, if you select no, you certify that Google doesn't pay you or your organization for services or activities performed in the US. So, malinaw na malinaw. Hindi ka babayaran ni Google kapag sinabi mong no. At kapag sinabi mong yes naman, magkakaroon ka ng discount or magkaroon ka ng chances na mawala yung iyong tax. Ayan. So, syempre, dun tayo sa yes para mabayaran tayo. Tinatanong tayo dito, are you providing tax information for a new or existing payments profile that hasn't received payments? or an existing payments profile that has previously received payments. So, nakatanggap na tayo dati ng previously received payments, nakasahod na tayo dati. Nakasahod na tayo dati, ano? So, magiging second salary na natin ito sa YouTube kung sakasakali. So, ayan. So, I am providing tax information for an existing payments profile that has previously received payments. So, nakatanggap na nga ako ng payments, ano, paulit-ulit. Ayan. So, under penalties of perjury, I declare that the information and certification contained herein remain the same and unchanged, except as provided below from January 1, 2020 through the present, and were true, correct, and complete for that time. Check natin yan. Changes, may pinalitan ba tayo? Wala naman. So, submit natin. Ayun. So, ito na nga. Ayan. So, ito na yung ating tax information. Provide or update your tax information. Your payments profile and country determine how your taxes are collected, withheld, and reported. Ayan. So, ayun po. Marami pong salamat. Hanggang sa muli. Paalam!